Right, it is time for wellness. Okay, you guys know that we care about your well-being. Now we have Essien Oluwabukola. Now she is a trained healthcare assistant as well as a certified first responder. She is the brain behind Polishedstone Emergency Services, providing top-notch health services and safety at social as well as corporate functions. Now she is also a highly innovative event professional with over 13 years. I mean, it's super good to have you again in the studio.
Same here. Good morning, Edgar.
Good morning. Good morning. Now we have an interesting topic. It is about the well-being
Telemedicine.
Telemedicine? Yes, we're talking about telemedicine. Now, my first question is, I know there are a couple of apps these days and websites where people can go online and, you know, get drugs and check their bodies and all that, like my Apple Watch as well. You know, you can always just check your heartbeat and all, but how great are these apps and how useful are they?
First let's understand what telemedicine, mobile health is all about. It's actually an innovative development. Let's put it that way. Technology meeting with health, you know, and that's where we're going this day. Technology is really taking over so many things. So when we talk about mobile health, we're talking about mobile means that you're moving either from your smartwatch, like you said, your Apple Watch, or you're talking about phone, your smartphones and all that. So we have so many, like you said, the smartwatch, the Fitbits.
Fitbit
Shows your heartbeats, your pulse rate. And all these things are innovative and very creative. It helps to give preventive health care in the sense that you can see your heartbeats on the go. If there's something going wrong, it tells you there's something going wrong, you know, and that's really innovation, you know, in this present time. So we have so many telemedicine, like telemedicine is you're able to talk to a doctor online, not necessarily seeing the doctor physically. So you can
are these doctors like real doctors or is it like AI?
For some, they're real doctors at the other end. Sometimes you don't even have to see their faces, okay? It's just you type, you ask questions, and then they give you feedback.
Know, usually when you visit the hospital and you have a time with the doctor and he says, oh, what is wrong with you? And then you say, oh, I feel feverish. Oh, I feel hot. And then he says, you know what, let's go for a test. Now, I'm just wondering with mobile apps and AI systems, how do they verify the answers?
That's one of the disadvantage, or should I say, one of the just challenge of this mobile app. There is no thoroughness. There is no physical contact. There are sometimes we have healthcare users, service users that prefer, you know, on one-on-one, seeing the person, and also when the doctor sees, there's a thorough check compared to when you're telling the doctor what you're seeing. There are some other signs that we can see as healthcare givers that tells us that, okay, this is what we're seeing, and it gives us more information beyond what the mobile app is saying.
Yeah, so you just mentioned one of the challenges. I'm just wondering what the other challenges could be.
Okay, some other challenges, privacy and dignity. Yes, true. Some people might not want to talk, you know, to you. They might just want that privacy in the office, just me and you. So, and they feel like, oh, it's an app. It's, you know, it's connected data collection and everything. And then with this cyber security and all that, some people prefer their privacy and their dignity. So they might, and then another challenge is language barrier.
Okay.
I might be talking to you and I don't know how to communicate with you properly with you. So I give you wrong information based on how I can communicate, or you get the wrong information based on how I can communicate.
So that's why I always speak or support the idea of voice to text or voice to translation. There are certain apps these days that are already creating voice to translation systems where you can just speak and then it translates it.
Yes, but you cannot still rule out the fact that there's a way we communicate. Communication goes beyond just the words. There's a way I could tell you I'm having pain, you know.
Subtext.
That's exactly, and that you cannot put. You can't put in that. So it's a challenge, but nonetheless, it's a really good innovation that's it's still emerging in this part of our, you know.
Let's talk more about pricing now. I'm just thinking with things like this, mobile technology and all the rest, how expensive are these things? Because I'm wondering, the young guy who is on the street or who lives under the bridge, how can they afford a smartwatch or an amazing phone? These things could be
That's actually another challenge, right?
Yes.
It's quite, especially for people that don't have access to healthcare.
Yes.
Service, remote areas in the villages,
Exactly.
for instance,
Not even
or in the urban, even
yes,
here in Lagos.
There's so many people.
After all, you're wearing an Apple Watch.
The smartwatch. Yeah,
a smartwatch.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
And I'm wearing this.
You're smart. Forget what you're wearing. You're smart.
Okay, so in that case, then we have people that can't afford it now because it's not something that's why it's emerging.
Okay, sure.
It's still, but I believe that when it becomes so popular, it becomes affordable by a lot of the people. So it's still a challenge.
Now, with the rise of AI and, ChatGPT, different people are already including this feature in whatever they are creating. I'm just wondering, because I know there was a time where if you go online and you just write your symptoms and say, okay, this is it, they can just come out and say you have cancer. Google can just bring out a different result. So how accurate are the data or the results you get from these things? How accurate are they? Should we believe them or?
Oh, well, to a large extent, with the mobile apps, to a large extent. It's just like when we have a thermometer reading your,
Yeah.
It's going to give you, so to a large extent, they're accurate. To a
So it's more like
extent.
give or take. It could be
yes,
a little bit wrong.
to a large extent, they're accurate because they are more like robotics. Yes, and they've been programmed. You understand? Of course, they can fail. Signal can fail. They can be glitches. They can be damaged somewhere. Yes, you understand?
Well, what is the future for hospitals with this? Because I am just thinking, in another, say, 10, 15 years, imagine if everyone can always access the doctors through their phones. What is the, apart from going for surgeries and the rest, how many people will probably go into the hospitals for like checkups?
Well, that is where the world is tending to. You notice some, before COVID, we didn't have this.
Yeah, true.
So after COVID, all this mobile technology came up just after COVID because we're trying to reduce, what do we call that, space?
Yeah, distance.
Distance, we're keeping distance. So as it is right now, the technology that we have would continue. That's the new world.
Yeah.
IT will continue. So it's for you to also evolve with what is, going on right now.
All right. Now, I know that you must have used most of these apps or some of them. I'm just wondering about drug prescriptions here. Do they get to prescribe drugs in certain cases? And if they prescribe these drugs, do they also tell you where you can get these drugs?
That's where some regulations come into place. Like
exactly.
if you're out there, there's some across-the-counter drugs you can take, medication. We don't use it. We don't say drugs. There are across-the-counter medications you can take. There are some certain medications you can't take without a doctor's prescription. You need to show. You
so
need
can I
to
show the prescription from?
It's a mobile. It's a mobile.
Even if
app.
it's a real doctor I'm speaking to on the phone.
Yes, there's a way. We have electronic. What do we call this? I'm trying to remember what it is called. Record and results.
Okay.
We have some clinics, even here in Nigeria, that send you your results through, the mobile app. So you print it out.
Okay.
So you can have some authentic. You have a medication sent to you by a doctor. If a person is operating an authentic app, should be able to be printed out. So you can showcase to a pharmacy or some person that will give you the drugs.
Yeah, I think another beauty with this is when they begin to include safety tips from time to time for one's body. For example, if you're someone who has been trying to probably lose weight, and then, maybe, I'm just saying with the app, you just tell them, oh, I want to be maybe 60 kg or 65, and then you're already at 80. And then
we have apps that tell you lose weight in, and then they tell you the kind of exercises.
And the only problem with those apps is that they will not tell you to eat one food that is only in UK. Then they will not tell you to slow down on EBA. They will not tell you to slow down on
whatever
your
it is that is in UK. You look at the composition of what the food is made of. Is a carbohydrate. Then you try to.
So let me ask my final question now. If there is one app you can advise people that every Nigerian should have on their phone that just helps,
on their phone.
Yeah, there's one app you can advise people to have. Everyone should download right now.
And there's one that is very easy. I think the Google Kit, the Google Fit. You can have that, you know.
Google Kit, Google Fits.
There is other one that helps to check the BP.
Okay.
All right. It's also is in Play Store.
All right. Did you have the name?
BP check.
Okay, BP check.
Yes.
All right.
So you can download that and then.
All right, that's brilliant, guys. That is brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge on this one. Even if you don't have the smartwatch, you're smart. Thank you, guys. That is all that we can take at this time. For those of you that are home, yeah, you can share your opinion as well, and also advise people who are watching. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and also please tell us what you think about smartwatches and telemedicine. All right, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back, guys. Do not go anywhere. Wake Up Nigeria continues.